What up, AndStilltv in the building coming at y'all with another one. So check it out, man. We got us a guest on the show, Pablo. What it do, baby? All right, so look, y'all, we just gonna cook a little bit, man. We just want to talk boxing because we love that shit. So stay tuned, enjoy the video. Cue the intro.
And still.
Welcome back, YouTube, and still. Hey, thank y'all for checking us out. We got our guest Pablo in the building. He's another C word, but he getting there though. He getting there, but he gonna argue with us though. That's what I like.
Casual on to come up.
Okay, there we go. So I'm gonna go ahead and just open the gate, man. Right before we went live, my man told us he was a huge Canelo fan. Tell us more. What do you like about him?
I mean, he a beast.
Against who?
At what? No, wait, hold on. Let's break this down.
All right.
At what? Because I want you. No, not what weight class.
He started off wrong.
I thought you said at what?
No, that's cool. Yeah, I just said it. I'm sorry. Break down his fighting styles, boxing ability. You know, why do you think he's good?
Super aggressive.
All right.
The casual fan loves aggressiveness, right? Correct?
Aggression, yeah.
We love that. We love to see action. He's an action fighter.
Drink lady in the house. All right.
AB, thank you.
All right, go ahead, bro.
I gotta reach for that, but okay. All right. I feel like if you don't like him, you hate him. So why do you hate him? I feel like that's the better question.
If you don't like him, you hate him. That ain't true.
Yeah, and you didn't finish answering, but I'll go ahead and roll with that, though.
Roll with it.
So I was once a huge Canelo fan, right?
Before Floyd?
Pre-steroids. Yeah, pre-steroids.
Okay.
Before he's, was blatantly ducking. Honestly, it's at the point where I respect him as a fighter, right? But he's definitely ducking, cherry picking, and he did get caught using steroids. I respect him as a fighter. I still think he's a good fighter, but he's not fighting any of the top guys.
Can I ask you a
So
question?
hold on. So
is that 90% of
no, it's not.
the sport?
So no, it's not.
Cherry picking?
No,
Hell no.
it's not. And especially the guys that
Tell me who's not cherry picking that's not on the come up.
on the come up.
Yes.
What? Most fighters aren't.
Who?
Literally every.
Who is not cherry picking when I mean cherry picking?
No, you would have to say who is cherry picking.
Yeah, who do you think is cherry picking?
Terrence Crawford.
Okay, that's one.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'd agree with that.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right.
Like, nigga, you have a whole 147-pound division of guys that are just rumbling against each other. Terrence Crawford, the only one that's not.
It's hard to
Manny Pacquiao. Wait, what?
Hold on, I wasn't done with
hard to
Canelo.
make
though.
fights.
I wasn't done with Canelo. It's not hard to make fights
It's
when
not.
you're Canelo.
It's not.
When Canelo can call his shots, he can fight anybody he
Yeah.
wants. So it's not hard to make fights. He doesn't want to fight competition. Now, one of my biggest issues with Canelo, if Canelo chooses to worry about his business and taking the low risk, high reward fights and just go off into the sunset, that's him. He's been a businessman, fine and dandy. But his supporters that down that hill with him and argue me down that he's fighting the best people or he's still pound for pound or nobody can beat him. Oh, you're just hating on him. That's not true. He's not fighting anybody.
Yeah, ain't nobody hating. We just calling it like we said. I've acknowledged several times the dude can fight his ass off. We know that.
When he fought Triple G, you bet on Triple G.
And he lost the
Triple
first
G
one.
fucked him up the first fight.
And they gave it to him. That's another thing. And every time
It
he
was a draw.
fights,
It was a draw.
the scorecards are wrong.
The first one, they made it a draw.
realize-
Triple G fucked that nigga up.
Do you realize somebody gave a
In the first one.
scorecard? The first
Hold up,
fight?
Wait,
No,
hold
he
up.
didn't. No,
He
he
said he did. Bro,
Right.
I don't even know if we can continue this conversation.
even when he fought Mayweather, someone gave him a scorecard for
a
him.
draw. One of the judges made it a draw for him. Mayweather won probably 11 out of 12 rounds.
I agree that he lost to Mayweather.
No,
He lost to Triple G the first time too.
That's not the issue. Like, but, he got washed by Mayweather.
And, but the whole problem with Triple G,
but
the problem with Triple G is he was supposed to fight him 3 years prior. Triple G was chasing him down for
so
years.
Saying he wasn't in his
He
prime?
waited
Are you one of those guys?
Triple G is 39 next year.
Bruh.
39.
Bruh.
He wasn't in his prime.
I hate the people who talk about that they wasn't in their prime bullshit.
He
That's
wasn't,
bullshit.
but he wasn't.
That's bullshit.
So listen, when he
You
was
gonna
supposed,
start
hold on,
making
hold
me
on, hold
talk
on.
about Pacquiao,
But no, but
and
when he was
Mayweather.
supposed to
That's
fight,
bullshit.
when he was supposed to fight Triple
I
G,
hate
guess
that.
who he fought?
I hate that shit.
Guess who he fought? Amir Khan,
Right. So
Liam Smith,
so
Rocky
listen,
Fielding.
Wait, quick. So look. He just mentioned Mayweather, Pacquiao, right? If we start talking about this stuff, there's so much nuance to this. It's so many backstories. Certain fighters have the ability to fight people at a certain time, right? The reason why certain fights get held up may not be what you think. Canelo Alvarez had the ability to fight Triple G when he was in his prime, right? 3 years before he
who
did.
was in their prime?
Triple G. 3 years before he did. What he's saying is that he didn't. The whole Mayweather Pacquiao thing, you can't really use that.
Now, I'm saying is the whole in their prime shit is bullshit.
It's not bullshit.
It's bullshit.
It's not.
Because that whole scenario came up because people brought it up because people weren't fighting Floyd Mayweather in their prime, right? Right? Yes or no?
No. It didn't
That's
come
not
up.
how
Nothing.
that came
Everything
up?
always started with Floyd Mayweather. Floyd was not the first guy boxing. This is not the first guy to catch somebody in their prime. Ali
I'm
lost.
saying that wasn't fighting people in their prime. They're saying Floyd's argument
No,
was
De La Hoya beat fucking Chavez when Chavez was already
He
had
beat
100
Chavez,
fights.
he beat Pernell Whitaker at his prime.
I'm saying wasn't fighting them in their prime.
No,
Was
he's not the
De
only
La Hoya
one.
didn't fight people in their prime. That's what I'm
Alright.
saying.
So was not Manny not in his prime when he fought Mayweather?
Well, number one,
yes or no?
Neither one of them were in their prime.
Neither one of them were in their prime then.
Did he just not beat Keith Thurman?
Who?
Pacquiao.
Keith Thurman was coming off a 2-year layoff and all these injuries.
Not only
He's
that,
not good.
Pacquiao was in his prime in like
ain't been good, is
2010.
what you saying?
No, Thurman has been hurt and inactive.
So he ain't been good.
If they fought again, I got him
So
beat
he ain't
Pacquiao.
been good.
No, he's been good, but he's
Okay,
been
but
inactive.
Pacquiao beat him. How many years after?
Why
he
do you
lost
think?
to
Why do you think Keith
How
Thurman
many
got that
years
fight?
after he lost to Floyd?
Let me ask you this.
How many years after?
That has nothing to do with
Wait,
nothing.
wait,
What are you talking about?
That's the
We're talking about people
that's a
fighting in their
casual
prime.
argument. Casuals always say if this guy beats him, then he should beat him. Or you lost to him, how can you beat him? That doesn't work like that.
Yeah,
It's
that-
styles make matchups.
Yeah,
styles make the fight.
fights.
Absolutely. So, but in that same argument, right? You have to argue somebody's gonna win or lose.
Bruh, you have to realize that Keith Thurman hadn't been fighting in years.
Okay.
And he-
Noel,
I mean, that's
hold
common
on.
knowledge.
Pablo, my
That's
bad.
common knowledge. That's common knowledge, right?
Let me ask you this. Because you know about Pacquiao's prime, right? So what year do you think he was in his prime?
That's not my argument.
No, wait, hold up. I'm just asking.
He's
a question.
arguing that nobody has a prime.
I'm asking. So what was the best version of
that's
Pacquiao you
That's not
ever
my
saw?
argument either. My argument was that Floyd, people say that he's fighting people that are not in his prime, in their prime, right? But after they said he fought Pacquiao when he wasn't in his prime, Pacquiao beat Keith Thurman. So was he
And the
not
two
in his
things
prime?
have nothing to do with the
Number
other.
one.
Why?
Wait. Number one, if we want to talk about it, Floyd tried to fight Pacquiao in 2010. That's number one.
Okay.
Right? So, number two, Pacquiao fought Keith Thurman in what? 2019? Shit like that.
2019, I think.
2019, right? That's about a whole ass 10 years after Pacquiao was at his best.
So
Right.
he's not at his best.
He's not at his best.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
And he caught Thurman not at his best.
Not at
And
his
you're
best.
saying
and
Thurman
he
would-
picked Thurman because of that.
and Thurman will beat him in the next go around.
If they fought again, Thurman would beat him.
He would pick him, but
Bet. You heard it here first.
man, fuck all that. The point we're trying to make is Pacquiao not in his prime right now.
He's not gonna bet that. I just don't want to.
I swear to God, I would bet that.
I don't want him
On camera, we could bet.
I don't
If
want
Thurman
him
and
on his
Pac-
own site talking about
If Thurman-
I'm gonna make a bet that
They're
he's
not gonna make
bet.
That shit is-
Pacquiao wouldn't fight him again. But if they did fight, I would bet you $500 on Thurman.
That shit is beside the point. What we're trying to say is that prime, like there is a such thing as a
would.
fighter's prime.
Of course.
Right. But you tried to make it seem like the whole prime thing is bullshit. It's not bullshit.
What I'm saying is, it is bullshit. It's bullshit when it comes to when they talking about Floyd's record. Reason being, everybody they say he did fight in their prime. He didn't fight them in their prime. But what is considered somebody's prime before they lose?
No.
Well, number
Because
one.
he fought people that ain't lose
Wait.
Right?
Wait.
until they fought him.
Number one, the whole Floyd didn't fight people in his prime thing. You can only say that about maybe 2 or 3 guys. That's number one.
It doesn't matter how many guys I got to say about.
And it's at the tail end of his career. That's
Right.
when he was doing that.
Not only that,
but when he
Floyd,
was Money Mayweather,
he
I
fought
mean, when
everyone in their
Pretty
prime.
Boy.
Shane
He was fighting
Mosley
everybody.
ran from him. Oscar De La Hoya ran from him. They all did. Not only that, he was older than all the guys he was fighting.
Mm-hmm.
He was older. So think about that, right? You are what? 39, right?
I don't know.
Something like that, right? So you about 10 years older than me, right? You about 10 years older than me. Imagine me saying, nah, nigga, you waiting for me to get old so we can fight. You be like, bro, I'm 10 years older than you. That don't even make no sense, right? That's what they tried to say about. He was older than all those guys, but he was waiting for them to get old past they. That doesn't make any sense.
Was he still older than them?
Floyd was older than all those guys.
Okay,
yes.
so what the fuck does that matter? He's still an older man fighting a younger man, right?
No, what we're saying was the narrative was this. Was Floyd was waiting for guys to get old. It doesn't make sense if
While
he's
he
older.
got older,
Floyd's getting older too.
we're saying the same thing.
The point I'm trying to
You're
make
telling
is
me that an old man was waiting for a younger man to get older
Bruh.
to fight him.
We were
Right or
talking
wrong?
about Canelo waiting for Triple G to get old, and they have a huge age difference. And you moved the goalposts, and now we're talking about Mayweather and
All right.
Pacquiao.
Okay.
Now we talking about it don't matter. Now we gonna focus on what the fuck we focusing on. You're gonna tell me that Mayweather made a strategic decision to wait till they got older. Meanwhile, he's getting older. He's not fucking staying younger to fight the same person. And how is that an advantage to him?
it's
Nobody said that.
It's not in the, that's what we're saying. They tried
Absolutely,
to say
y'all said that.
no.
With
What we're
Canelo
saying
and Triple G, Canelo is 30. Triple G is 38.
Okay.
So when they could have fought, Canelo would have been, let me see, Triple G was
Well,
about,
who could have fought?
Triple G would have been like 32.
Well, who could have fought?
Canelo and Triple G.
Canelo and
That's
Triple G. That's what we're talking about.
Okay, all right.
So that would have been 6 years prior. So Canelo would have been 25, something like that. Triple G like 31, 32. That would have been a great fight. He waited till he was 34, 35 to fight him.
Right. What and
And Triple G still won the first fucking fight. Yes or no?
You know you just fucked up, right?
Didn't Triple G, did I fuck up? Did I? Did he not win the first fight?
You just argued with me for 5 minutes saying he didn't win the
that
first
he
fight.
didn't win the-
No. I misunderstood what y'all talking about. Triple G did win the first fight, right?
It was a draw. Triple G fucked him up. That's what we were
Yeah,
saying.
and
Triple
that's
Was
G-
it a draw?
Yeah, they
called it a
gave
draw.
Canelo
That's
a
what
draw.
we were saying.
And you
But-
argued me down saying
but listen,
Canelo won the first
but
fight.
listen. The point I'm trying to make. Wait. The point I'm trying to make is this. When you
must have
talk about these fighters waiting for people to get old, that's only valid when the guy that's doing it is younger. You can't. It's not valid when the guy's old. He's getting older too. He's older than the other person. So the older you get, the worse you get at sports.
I think we're saying the same thing.
No,
Now we are, I guess. Took a while.
bro. This dude, I can't wait for you to watch this back, yo. I can't wait for this shit.
And it might be that, but what I was saying initially was the fact that, and I don't even know if it was initially, I was saying that when people say that Floyd Mayweather was cherry picking or he was waiting to fight this person and that person, when he beat Pacquiao and then Pacquiao comes out and beats one of the top guys in the division.
But you got to understand, Pacquiao's still a great fighter.
Yeah.
He just old. But so what he did was, out of all the people that were top guys at welterweight, he was like, who's the weakest link?
But
This
they
guy,
said-
hold on. But this guy, Thurman's been inactive for years. Injury.
Yeah.
And then he looked horrible in his last fight. You know what I mean? So Pacquiao's like, that's what I want. And
I get it, but they always said Floyd ain't fight nobody till they was out of their prime. So, with that being said, he was only fighting people out of their prime, people washed up, right?
But that's no.
so the beginning, it was 2 careers. So when he was pretty
That's
good, Floyd,
that's the biggest casual argument probably ever in boxing, other than the Mike
Floyd-
Tyson shit.
Floyd beat everybody that was around coming up, right? He was the boogeyman.
He ran through 130, 135, 140. Ran through those divisions.
But you also said he was cherry picking.
So once he became Money Mayweather,
he was more selective.
Yeah, that's when he was like, okay,
So
but I
he
get
was
the best.
he was trying to
biggest reward, low
maximize.
risk.
Yeah, he was trying to
Who are
maximize.
you saying he should have fought earlier?
The one guy
It's
that I
probably only one or two, to be
no,
honest.
the one guy he should have fought that he did not fight to me was Landy Lara.
He didn't fight Lara because of the high risk, low reward.
Yeah.
Everybody else, though, he pretty much fought at the best time to fight him. With the exception of Manny Pacquiao,
But
and he tried to get that fight.
But
Bob Arum didn't want to get that fight.
with the Manny fight, he fought the best time business wise.
The best time business-wise.
as far as the money.
Even Shane Mosley was higher pound for pound when Floyd fought him. Right? He was the number 3 pound for pound guy in the whole sport when Floyd fought him. All right? So, and also Floyd was calling him out when they were both lightweight. Shane Mosley didn't want that fight because he wanted to go up to fight Oscar De La Hoya, which I get because he was going to make more money. Floyd was also calling out Oscar De La Hoya that whole time. So that whole narrative where he waited, that's not true. Every other guy he fought was off of their biggest victory. That's why he did that, because he knew he was going to make the most. He was like, yo, you just had the biggest victory of your career. You're at the highest of your career. So it's actually the opposite.
So he could have fought Lara. He could have fought Khan. That would have been another good name that was around at that time. And the last person, maybe on the tail end of his career, he could have fought Thurman.
Could have fought Thurman. But he actually told Thurman, fun fact, right? He actually told Thurman, because everybody knew Errol Spence in the amateurs.
I think him and Khan would have been a good fight.
Wait, but listen, right? So here's why Thurman didn't happen, right? Errol Spence was in the amateurs, Olympic, all right? Olympic guy, right? So Floyd obviously knew who he was. Like, they were actually close. Errol Spence and Floyd used to spar, all this type of stuff. Floyd told Keith Thurman, he said, if you want to fight with me, go beat Errol Spence. This is when Errol Spence just became a pro. He said, go beat Errol Spence, you got to fight with me. Keith Thurman said, no, sir. He didn't want the smoke. So if you that good and you wanted to fight Floyd and you say, you know, I can beat you, why wouldn't you just go beat Errol Spence? He knew he couldn't beat Errol Spence. Floyd knew he couldn't beat him, right?
I don't fuck with Keith Thurman.
But anyway, the point I'm trying to make is that was another one. Like you said, he could have fought him, but you're not just going to keep fighting the best fighter from every generation coming after you. It don't work that way. Like, it doesn't work that way. You beat everybody you could beat, with the exception of maybe one or two guys.
He gave us over 20 years of a
and
career.
even Landy Lara was really a whole damn near 2 weight classes over him, because Floyd, you could even argue Floyd was in his prime at 140.
But he was still fighting. He was fighting at 154 and 147
Right.
around that
I got
neighborhood
you. I got
long
you.
enough with Lara.
I feel you.
But Lara is known for being boring. He doesn't sell. And it's probably the highest risk fight that Mayweather could have
He
took.
could have gotten. Exactly.
So that's why that fight never happened.
But that whole narrative was just false. The Mayweather thing, not you know,
So you
fighting guys in
both
his
of you
prime.
don't agree with it.
That's not true. No.
No, I'm asking you don't agree with the
No,
narrative.
I agree that he cherry picked to an extent at the tail end of his career, yeah.
If you want to call it cherry picking, sure. You can call it cherry picking. I mean, because at the end of the day, dog, you still fought more good fighters than every single person.
But his resume is gonna say he fought them at the end of his career.
But it doesn't.
At
If you
the
look
end of
at
their
it,
career.
but it doesn't. If you look at it, you would
Alright,
have
so
to
that's
tell.
what I'm asking you.
You would have to
So-
tell me who. That's what I'm saying. You'd have to tell me who.
That's my question to you. Like,
I just broke it down.
That's what I'm asking you from what I guess of the casual fan
See,
would say.
Right, but that's what I
That's
just
what
broke down.
that's
The
what
only
he's known
guys you
for.
can say that about.
No, living through the moment. What people were arguing is when Pacquiao was at his all-time high,
It's probably like 2009, 2010.
the fight didn't happen. When Cotto was at his all-time high before the Margarito fight and everybody was asking for the Mayweather fight, the fight didn't happen. Canelo, they say that he caught Canelo when Canelo was too young.
Which is bullshit.
Only thing I would argue about in Canelo's favor was the 2 pounds. I didn't like that. He made him fight at 152.
But if you look at the story on that, Canelo offered him that. He said, I'll even fight you
Because
at
he
a
knew
catch
he
weight.
had to give him some kind of
But he
incentive.
still offered, but
Yeah.
Canelo brought that shit up in the negotiations. He said, I'll even
True.
fight you at 152. And Flo was like, okay.
I didn't like that.
Okay,
Because
let's go.
his previous fight was at 154. If you fought at 154 before, why you want to fight at 152 against somebody that's better competition?
So, off topic or on topic, if Canelo or Mayweather was to come back and do a repeat at, let's say, 160, 154.
Who?
If he were to come back
Mayweather?
and try to
Mayweather.
fight,
He getting fucked up
You saying he's trying to fight at his age
Canelo.
now?
at his age now.
Yeah.
He's losing.
He wouldn't fight. He can't. That's too big for him now.
He's losing.
Like he would fight at 154 or 147.
And who would you have?
I mean, I think he could beat some of the guys still.
he could
No,
definitely beat
Canelo
someone.
specifically
Canelo's too big for him
Canelo's
now.
beating him.
all day.
And
beating him.
I don't know that Canelo's beating him all day either, though. He didn't touch him
Dog,
last time.
if I had to,
And he looked slower.
Canelo. So that's a good point though. When people say he was too young, Canelo fights the fucking same as he used to fight back then. He hasn't changed at all. He's just fighting people that aren't as good.
He hits harder and he's bigger, but he's slower.
Right,
So, and he
because-
couldn't touch Floyd before, so he's probably not going to touch
because
him
he's
again.
gained more weight. I'll put it to you like this: Floyd, that 36-year-old Floyd versus this Canelo now, Floyd's still washing his ass.
Yeah, but I think Floyd he's going to have ring rust and he's not
Right now, because Floyd's like what 44 or some shit like that,
42, 43.
something like that. Like right now, I mean, nah, I'm not picking Floyd. Like I haven't seen, you know what I'm saying? But that's just like another. Is that what we talking about now? Like who Floyd can beat right now?
I'm jumping all over the place.
That's cool because that's what this video about. We're not talking about nothing for real.
I'm jumping all over the place.
Well, he definitely would knock off some of them welterweights and 154s.
Yeah, he's so smart, yo.
Give me a name.
Who do you think?
The best fighter that Floyd is beating right now,
Probably Danny Garcia.
I give him Thurman. Not Thurman. He going to beat
I
Thurman.
definitely say Garcia.
Danny, I don't know. He'll beat Danny.
He beating Danny.
Yeah, he'll beat Danny. And he'll beat Porter.
Yeah, I think so too.
Porter too sloppy.
Way too sloppy. Like Floyd, yeah. Floyd gonna neutralize that shit.
I think Porter used to be sloppy.
He's gotten
showed
better.
me a lot in his last two fights.
He's gotten better, but
Porter-
Mayweather will make him neutralize everything he does and make
Yeah,
him look like a
Mayweather's
terrible.
so good at fucking
So,
tying you
I
up. It's
think
crazy.
Porter is the definition of what Pacquiao was in his prime, as far as aggressiveness, and how he attacks his opponent.
Fuck no.
Absolutely.
Pacquiao had more
Manny
power.
Pacquiao is one of the
More
best
speed.
offensive fighters we've ever seen on planet Earth.
In his last two fights.
No.
He's gotten better.
Manny
but
Pacquiao's hand speed and power was
Way better than
unfucking
Porter.
believable. Like I'm talking about like otherworldly, like the way he would punch and those bullet-like punches. Each one of them have knockout power with his feet.
You still have to catch somebody, right?
Yeah.
Okay. He didn't catch Floyd in their previous encounter.
We're not talking about against Floyd. Neither one of them are beating Floyd. We talking about Floyd Mayweather. Like that's the best defense ever.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? No, I'm. What you said was that Sean Porter now is how
I said
Pacquiao.
he reminds me of Pacquiao, yeah.
And I'm saying hell no, he doesn't. I'm telling you, he doesn't remind you of Pacquiao.
As
I'm
far
gonna
as,
tell y'all
as
this.
far as his aggressiveness.
the only man, if they fight 3 times, that I got like definitively beaten Floyd is Spence. Everybody else, if somebody might could get lucky and
So
beat
2 out
Floyd,
of 3.
2 out of 3 it's gonna be Spence.
I can agree with that. Now, prime Floyd, I'm
say
taking
you
Floyd.
can.
I can. Prime Floyd, I'm taking Floyd.
Yeah, but right now,
Yeah.
Daryl,
There we go back to the round.
he don't like prime. He's
I
supposed to
don't
be
like
good.
that word.
He's supposed to be good till you die,
Yeah,
nigga.
good till you die. You get in that ring, you
I don't
better
like
have
that. I
it.
don't like that word because I feel like it's selective. Like people use that at their discretion. I can say that when it's convenient and when it's not convenient.
Nah, what you can do is give a. If someone's retired, he's not in his prime no more. That's what we can say.
Yeah, but
And damn near 50 years old, you're not in your prime no more.
we were saying he wasn't in his prime when he was still fighting though.
He wasn't.
He wasn't.
Who?
Floyd.
We wasn't saying he wasn't in his prime
He wasn't
No,
in his
he
prime.
wasn't in his
when
prime.
he was fighting.
Yeah,
He
he
wasn't.
wasn't. That's what I'm saying.
He
was
wasn't.
not
He
in
fought.
his
He
prime.
fought. He was like 38.
Were people not saying that though?
That what?
He wasn't in his prime.
Yes, they were saying that, and I'm saying that now.
Yeah,
he
they
wasn't
were
in his
saying
prime.
that. Even the other trainers were saying you could tell his feet aren't as fast anymore. We're gonna do this to him.
Nothing ever worked though, right?
Because he's
No,
that
because
good.
he was that fucking good.
That's my point.
He
Just
still
because you're
wasn't
not in your
he still
prime
wasn't
don't
in
mean
his
you're gonna
prime.
lose.
He still wasn't in his prime.
Okay.
Is LeBron in his prime right now?
No.
Is he still fighting for MVP every year?
He's still the fucking best player. That was
come on,
Floyd.
bro.
That was Floyd.
Okay. All right. That's a good example.
Well, ain't that shit on this? I'm
not
looking
gonna
at the
argue.
time.
I'm not gonna argue when I mean, it makes sense.
We're gonna loop that one.
It makes sense.
Hey, this is good shit though.
I understand it.
Yeah, try and call in the night. I mean, what's up? Anything else?
I ain't got shit else to say.
Man, I appreciate you getting on camera, Pablo.
Hey, yeah, good look, Pablo. My bad for I was
man.
gonna say we edit that shit out. We edit that
My
shit
man
out.
Pablo camera shy.
I told you, yo, you just gotta get them arguing. That get the butterflies out.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you be dead wrong, gonna argue you down.
Gonna argue that shit.
Then agree with you midway through, and you like, hold up, bro.
And then trying to say we saying the same thing. Like,
Rewind the tape.
Nah, this nigga will fight you, and then be like, we saying the same thing.
Yeah, when you make your point, we saying the same thing.
Like,
bro.
nah, nigga.
I will be watching.
I bet.
I'm gonna tune in just like.
All right, this was fun though. Yeah.
Definitely, it's just a random cook with a casual. That's
Yeah,
what,
man,
that's gonna be the title. Cook with a casual.
Leave y'all comments, yo. Cook with a casual. This is a new series.
Yeah.
We need some topics for this shit. You know, we can just run off some random topics and shit. So leave some comments with some topics for the next Cook with a Casual. You feel me?
All right.
Not be the only casual in here.
I like that. And still.
Remaining undefeated, proving he is one of the elite champions of the sport today, and still.